Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta. Of course, Kriti, all eyes on NVIDIA this morning, but we have more earnings just crossing from Macy's. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Yeah, NVIDIA is not the only game in town. Macy's, time to take the spotlight here this morning, down about 1% in the pre-market. Your ticker is just the letter M, trading just shy of $12 a share. Now, as you say, the earnings are crossing the wire. They're cutting their profit outlook, and they're citing the T word, tariffs. They're also talking about promotions that are hitting their bottom line. Let me walk you through some of these numbers if I can, Nathan, because on the surface, they actually look decent. And this is interesting here. The first quarter adjusted net profit coming in at $46 million. The estimate was about $40 million. So again, on the surface, it is actually a positive number. Their net sales coming in stronger as well, $4.6 billion. The estimate there about just shy of 4.5. So again, positive results when it comes to the quarter that they're reporting on, but they're saying their outlook is the problem here. And again, really citing the T word, the tariff story. Their gross margin coming in bang in line, though. So perhaps that's also where some of the pain lies. You're starting to see Macy shares continue to drop on those headlines. They're also forecasting a change in their EPS, which for the quarter that they're reporting on right now did come in shy. Their full year adjusted EPS now at a range of $1.60 to $2. That was a previous range of about $2.05 to $2.25. So you can already see that they are reacting pretty heavily to that. So Macy shares, again, the ticker is the letter M, trading at $11.90 this morning. Nathan, I'm going to bring a little bit of Europe to the United States in this pre-market check, if I can. Talk about Stellantis this morning. STLA is your ticker. These are the ADRs for the company that is listed over in the States. We know that they've been on the search for a new CEO for quite some time, as Carlos Tavares took a step back in December. So their new CEO is announced, largely expected. The man who headed up their U.S. business is now being put in the chief spot. The idea here simply being that his expertise in the U.S. can actually help perhaps gear the company, I should say, through the tariff volatility. Those shares, nevertheless, down about 0.6%. STLA is your ticker. We should mention that in the last quarter, Stellantis had a 15% slump in their U.S. shares. So some mixed reactions when it comes to that story. Nisha, I want to quickly get a quick check on Honeywell this morning because it looks like they've come, at least according to the Wall Street Journal, to some sort of agreement when it comes to the Elliot activist story for their stock. They're entering a cooperation pact, according to the Wall Street Journal, having an Elliot executive set to join the Honeywell board by the end of May. That being said, HON is your ticker. Not actually seeing a ton of movement. It's flat on the session right now, but keep an eye on this one going into the open, simply because this is what the Elliot kind of bid wanted to split Honeywell into 3 different companies. So we'll see how that's received at the open. And lastly, check on NVIDIA, the highlight of today, if we can. NVDA is your ticker. Again, a tariff theme kind of roiling through the entire markets this morning. Higher by 0.7% ahead of those earnings after about $136 a share, Nathan.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.